Hey everyone, it's Megan, founder of Expression Med Infusion Set Adhesives. I just wanted to wish you all a happy Type 1 Diabetes Awareness Month. If you didn't know that it was Type 1 Diabetes Awareness Month, then this month is especially for you. Make sure you check out JDRF and the ADA to see all of the information they are putting out there so you can learn a little bit more about what 1.25 million Americans live with every day. If you do, this week's advocacy video theme is what is type 1 diabetes, because there is no dictionary definition that fully encapsulates what it means to live with type 1 diabetes, because it affects so many elements of day-to-day life and because it affects different people in different ways.
My name is Caitlin Kessler and I'm 8 years old from Janesville, Wisconsin. I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes December 4th, 2015. Diabetes is when your pancreas stops making insulin. Insulin helps the cells turn sugar into energy.
Diabetes means we have to count our carbs. Most people think that you have to count your sugar. It's true that the number we check is our blood sugar, but the carbs that we eat affects our blood sugar. It's important to know the carbs that you eat, because if you eat too many, it'll affect your blood sugar. Over time, we can tell that by looking at something what the carbs are. Like 1 cup of pasta is 42 carbs, a whole banana is 24, and a 6-inch sub is 46 carbs. Ta-da!
Diabetes means that there's a deficiency of insulin in my body. So I take insulin, which is a hormone, through my pump, which goes into my body through tubing. So I take insulin, which is a hormone, through my pump, which goes into my body through tubing.
Diabetes for me is a lifestyle change that I have to be constantly thinking about and aware about whatever I may put into my body, how that will affect my blood sugars, and also the activities that I'm doing, how that will affect it. For me with diabetes, it's a lot different than someone without, because I have to always be thinking about how if I go out on a run with one of my friends, after I'm done, I'm going to be thinking that, well, exercise makes my blood sugar high, and then later I'm going to have a delayed low, and then I have to think about how, like, what foods I should be eating to help that, which my friend is not going to think about that at all. If my blood sugar was high, I may be acting like slow and not with it, and I don't really understand what's going on, and I might be really cranky, and people might look at me and just judge me on the fact that I'm acting like that. They don't understand that my blood sugar is high. It's not something that's clearly visible. It really takes a toll on how I feel. When my blood sugar is high, I feel not with it. I kind of feel nauseous, I feel slow, and I can't comprehend things right away. And when I'm low, I get really shaky and dizzy and sweaty, and it's hard to think, and that's something that needs to be fixed right away. It really does take a toll on how I feel, and people don't understand that if I'm with you and I'm high or low, then I'm not going to be able to have like a coherent conversation with you, and you might just need to be patient with me while you wait for me to get back to my regular blood sugar, and whatever I say may not make sense at the time, but you just have to be patient and wait it out.
Hi, my name is Megan Sharkus. I am a freshman at the University of St. Thomas and the CEO of Expression Med, and I make supplemental adhesives for infusion sets. Answering the question, what is diabetes to me, is a little bit different for me than everyone else I've interviewed, because I don't have type 1 diabetes, but I've still been interacting with it and working with it for several years through family members, friends, and this project I'm working on. So I'm going to answer this question in 2 parts. First, diabetes to me is strength. These kids, adults, families that live with type 1 diabetes every second of every hour of every day have something extra to manage and think about and worry about that everyone else doesn't have to think about and worry about and manage, and the fact that they contribute to society and are happy, successful people is amazing, and it just shows what strength they have. So sometimes when people look at something that's dysfunction, they might see you as broken, but I definitely see that as strength. My second answer to the question, what is type 1 diabetes to me, is that diabetes is not a black and white problem. It's not a problem that you have diabetes and not a problem if you don't have diabetes and there's a cure. So you're not in this perpetual black area of it being bad if you have diabetes. There's all this wiggle room for you to build on your experience and develop routines and develop happiness and new friends. I really came to this realization when I noticed that there's some people who are still worried and they don't know a lot, and then there's people who talk to other people and talk to JDRF and the ADA and, you know, pursue all of their same interests and the same level of excitement and just have such a happy time. But then I see this end of the spectrum again when I look at statistics, like 1 in 7 children with type 1 diabetes meet the clinical threshold for depression, and that kids drop out of sports because they don't want to wear their medical devices. And I see the people on this end, and I just want to push them more to this end, to this level of happiness and finding support and believing that they can do anything that they want to do. So to, you know, get them closer to the happiness side of things, I created Expression Med, and we just make these infusion set adhesives that are super thin and stretchy, comfy, and have a design element, so you can fix those summer tan lines if you don't like having the oval tan lines, or if you are really into sports, you can have a soccer ball, or you can email me and I'll make you a baseball or a football. So I'm really glad that I had that outlook on chronic diseases right away, so I knew that there was a place for me to help people, and so far I'm really excited to see the reaction that I'm able to make. So while unlike my other interviews, I can't give you the perfect first-person understanding of what type 1 diabetes is like, I can tell you what it means to me and why it's such an important thing and it's such an important group of people for me to work with. Have a great November, and don't forget to wear blue on Fridays to show your support for type 1 diabetes awareness.